Good evening, and welcome to the Daily Voice, presented by VNN. Bringing you today's top 5 Canadian news stories on May 6, 2025. Let's get started. Tensions have exploded between India and Pakistan after a deadly terror attack left 26 civilians dead in Kashmir. In response, India launched missile strikes on 5 targets across Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir, claiming to hit terrorist infrastructure. Pakistan called it a heinous provocation and vowed retaliation. At least 3 people were killed, including a child. The Indian Army says the strikes were precise and restrained, but the fallout is global. Airspace has been restricted, airlines are rerouting, and world leaders, including President Trump, are watching closely. With both nations being nuclear powers, the world is on edge. Ontario Premier Doug Ford is standing behind Prime Minister Mark Carney and slamming Donald Trump's trade war. At an event in Etobicoke, Ford called Trump's rhetoric ridiculous and warned Canadians not to be divided. With aluminum and auto tariffs hitting Ontario hard, Ford said this is the time for unity, not separatism. Meanwhile, Carney pushed back at the White House, telling Trump that Canada is not for sale. Despite Trump's 51st state joke, Ford is doubling down on economic strength, promising support for workers and $1 billion skills development fund. The 15-minute city, where daily essentials are just a short walk or bike ride away, is gaining traction worldwide. But can it work in Canada? Experts say not without serious reform. Canadian cities are spread out, car-reliant, and lacking local services. Only 1.8% of Montreal households meet the 15-minute criteria. Instead of importing the European model, cities like Vancouver and Montreal are adapting it, focusing on access and zoning reforms. It may not be a perfect fit yet, but a Canadian version of the 15-minute city is slowly taking shape. Premier Danielle Smith has launched the Alberta Next panel to explore ways the province can assert more autonomy from Ottawa. While she says she doesn't support separation, her new bill would make it easier for Albertans to trigger a secession referendum. The move follows frustration over federal environmental and equalization policies. Smith says Alberta needs full access to global markets for its oil and gas, not landlocking by Ottawa. Critics warn this could damage investor confidence, but for now, Alberta is signaling it's ready to challenge the status quo. Prime Minister Mark Carney delivered a sharp message to Donald Trump during their Oval Office meeting. Canada is not for sale. Trump again floated the idea of Canada becoming the 51st U.S. state, touting tax breaks and security benefits. Carney dismissed it with a cool, confident response, referencing the Canadian people as the true owners of the country. Despite tensions over trade and tariffs, both leaders struck a civil tone. But behind the smiles, the battle over sovereignty and economic power in North America is heating up. That's all for today's top stories. Thank you for joining us on The Daily Voice, presented by VNN. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you next time.